Hello, how are you doing? We're continuing dawntrail, and yeah, here we go. If Val Koana counts as us among his family, then he is part of ours. You made felling that Tereso look easy. On behalf of Hesto, I thank you. We certainly got more than we bargained for when we set out to solve our railroad conundrum. I can't imagine how Kalana must be feeling right now. That river, you don't suppose it was the same one that... To know that the Hestor is safe is more than enough, yet would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe him, after all this time. Yo, I thank you for standing by me, as Don servant and as the oft imperfect man beneath the mantle. Now let us return our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronreek strain from their favored grazing and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaoloni Station and begin work on it then. Warwick and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. Excuse my cough. This train will be ready in no time. I can always spare a pair of spectacles or two, as it can be difficult to find replacements outside of the city. You wouldn't believe how many I went through during the Rite of Succession. A variety of artisans from across Tyrol have come to assist with the railroad, so I foresee no difficulty in creating the whistle that Kalana proposed. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it. So the Ronreek were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valkohan is not too bad himself. What with his whistle ideal sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Yeah, I'll sit tight.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
There's a Ronek up ahead. Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed. With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Now anyone will be able to come and go from the dome as they please. I can't wait to spread the word in Alexandria. I expect that with the Reaver gone, the Ronreek will gradually return to their old habits, and we won't see so many approaching the tracks. It is good to see that the whistle will be effective in the meantime, however. gotta reset my router. With that, I believe our work here is done. The fine people of Yaxterov Railing can take it from here. The folks that Val Koana brought in to help rebuild the railroad have already returned home, but I hope we can give them a ride someday. Okay. I'm gonna pause the recording. Okay, and I'm back with better Wi-Fi. Need to get a LAN for real. But here we go. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, and then the continent. Watch out, Yaxtero, here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lematiel. I'm still getting some lag, but it's all good. It won't be as I once envisioned, but perhaps someday we can take the train journey to Yussaloni together. Oh. Well, it's possible that Shell's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shell, what do you have her working on? Gulja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kachua we met have only been a similar curium, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me, and I will always carry it. I has the little fucking keychain that's so good of her. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kachua? What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take for a no for an answer, and I thought it a good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say. For what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for some time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. You must be exhausted. Shall I nip out for an energy tonic? So, Zoro Jal was conducting secret research in Yunuwata. I have some memories of the place from my childhood. Glad you're back. We wouldn't want to keep Gulab Ja in here waiting any longer than necessary. Aaronville is growing as Cottrell. This makes me happy. Looks like we arrived at a good time. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus the railroad is back in operation. Meanwhile, Shell has nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Istola, I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Istola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the Sky Deep sea note for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we're finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I made headway with living memory, the key and you're keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishul Jah herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
My name is Teishalja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I am, was, a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Turyolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me. So I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life.
A loud noise outside, so I let my dog in my room. My cat's already here.
When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoranja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. The beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If you could see him, embrace him. Surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Can you look at shouting for me? The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Golocha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Why leave such a record, you ask? I cannot be certain, but I believe Tashlaja simply wanted someone to know how she felt, to understand. No matter how brave a face Goloja puts on, I expect it will take him time to come to terms with this. He is a strong one, though. You needn't worry too much. Tashlaja left written records as well. I'll compile them for Goloja. Perhaps something in them will be of comfort. It's okay. I wanted to know more about my parents, and now I do. And I don't regret it. I have Lamentil and Koana and Yurio. I'm not lonely now. You may find it hard to believe, but until the right of succession, Zorlja was a good brother to me. Always, and I thought that Papa was the best father anyone could ask for. I don't want to think the time we spent together as family was a lie, but by the same token, the bitterness my brother harbored was all too real. If the dome had not appeared, Tashlaja's tale would have been very different. Yet whether or not she would have been happier, I cannot say. What a mess. It's better to know, a profound response for one so young. Though I wish I knew he didn't have to. Gula Ja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shell. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Goloja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Excuse me. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. One wouldn't know to look at them, but Shell and Ystol are birds of a feather, an incorrigible, restless feather. I'll stick around for a while. Let me know if you need me. God damn it. Is Shell going to be alright out there? The whole time she was working on the data, I never saw her take a break. With that railroad ready, I'd like to get some idea of how many returnees we can expect before heading back to Toriol. The twins have yet to return. I hope everything is alright. A word before you leave. Once our network's already spreading word of the railroad, we expect people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart to Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Toliol were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard. If so, we should take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at Leon Node 9. I'm as surprised as you are. Everyone was keen to pack their bags before, but now the journey's possible, they can't be bothered. Perhaps we'll venture out a bit ourselves. Now that the railroad's working again, it'll be much easier to visit Toliolo. It would be nice to see Koana again as well. Are you gonna say the same thing? The people were so nervous about remaining in Alexandria, I cannot help but wonder what prompted the sudden change of heart. I've asked Geo to fill me in on all that's happened in the Dome of late. If I hear anything of interest, I'll be sure to pass it along. May still people be gathering at Praxis Parks. Let's try there first.
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Oh, what the hell?
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
The hell is going on?
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria.
Altering memories now? Jesus Christ. Keep those things away.
Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memory shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
All of us shall be made endless. created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Without the Meso terminal, how does she propose to create new Endless? We must contact Yastrola as soon as possible. We heard about the Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumors spread through the district like wildfire. You saw Sphene with your own eyes then, so it wasn't someone else? There is not to report yet, but we have all eyes and ears out in Everkeep and the Heritage found. Sphene was erased. If she's back, then are the Endless? Ooh, that's a good question. Seriously, what was that? Queen Sphene has returned. How? We only caught the propagation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, 'tis no surprise they would choose to believe she is alive. And what is troubling, however, is their denial and that the funeral was held in her honor. 'Tis as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. What we need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Meanwhile, living memory.
Oh, where am I? My people, are they safe? Why am I?
Fear of death, the people turn to Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. Nice. Shell said she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? A pity Ystrola was not present for Sphne's return. A cursory glance at the imposter's ether would have doubtless been enough to confirm our suspect beyond a doubt. I thought we have too little information to draw any useful conclusion as yet. I dare say the Queen of Threes and behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Yeah, hey, you heard of Redona Consortium? I absolutely can't stand the lot, let me tell you. That's why I gave the Nexus Arcade a wide berth. Even the residential district's too close for me liking, so I just crashed here. I feel like I've read that before. If I talk to you. Neo-regulators, I heard the idea come from the citizenry, but something doesn't sit right. We'll look into this. I'm not sure if I read that. Okay, I think that's it for Crossroads, so I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for watching. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Even though I'm a little groggy and, you know. I appreciate you. Have a good day or night. And thanks for watching. Peace.